Hypixel Skyblock is the fastest growing minigame in all of Minecraft. As of recording this, the game is still in beta, version 0.7.9 to be specific. Today, we will be looking at the history of every game-breaking glitch, how it affected gameplay, and how it affected the economy. Some of these get very interesting, so be sure to watch the whole thing, buckle up, and get some snacks. You're in for a treat today. If you enjoyed today's video, the best way to show me support is through the subscribe button, and turn on notifications to be notified when I upload. All of the glitches we covered today have been patched, so don't go trying to exploit bugs to make a quick million. The admins are vigilant about banning exploiters. Hypixel Skyblock is the most popular Minecraft minigame in the world right now. With between 20,000 and 30,000 players online at one time, this game is still in beta, meaning bugs, glitches, cheats, and other unintended features are fairly common to stumble across. Skyblock uses coins to keep track of a player's wealth. They may use coins to buy items from NPCs, or even spend them on a stock market type shop called the Bazaar. Most importantly, there's an auction type system, where players can place one of their precious items into the auction house, to have other players bid and try and win that item. So players were always on the lookout for the best money-making method, and some of them, well, you'll see what happens. Let's start off with something interesting. Several months back, there was an exploit that allowed players to obtain illegal Skyblock items. One of these was a banner. When a player in Minecraft version 1.14 held a banner in a lobby, anyone not in 1.14 would experience some really trippy stuff. Textures would stop popping out of place, water would start flying around your screen, glass would split up into shards. This was something straight up out of a horror movie. Unfortunately, any trace of this item has been erased, as Hypixel began deleting blacklisted items from players' data files. One of the most well-known glitches was a way to make infinite money while the player was away from their computer. This method involved taking a raider's axe, unstable dragon armor, and making a big AFK pool to prevent the player from being kicked offline. Users would sit in the pool while minions spawned various mobs, and the unstable dragon armor would cast a lightning bolt, killing the mob. And because they are holding a raider's axe, they get a lot of coins from each kill. Players found out that using tarantula minions could make tens of millions of coins overnight. Players started leaving their computers on 24/7 sitting at their island, gathering as much money as possible before the admins stepped in. The admins made it so unstable dragon armor didn't work on private islands anymore. But this didn't stop the truly dedicated players. Users found numerous other ways to exploit the raider's axe into making them millions of coins. Some players even began using macros to click with their raider's axe while not even touching their mouse. This was considered cheating by the admins, causing dozens of players to be banned for cheating. The raider's axe was heavily nerfed on private islands to the point where it was faster to kill zombies in the graveyard for coins. But it was too late. Tarantula minions were millions of coins each. That's over 4 times the price of what they are now. Several YouTubers exposed this method, making it gain traction, causing hundreds of players to take part in the exploit. Hundreds of millions of coins were being added to the economy in a matter of days. This was the first major price surge in Skyblock. Summoning eyes had began to be popular, and they costed almost 900,000 each during this time. Try fighting dragons with that kind of price tag. Our next huge glitch was actually a duplication glitch discovered by, well, I'm sure you all know. Back in February of 2020, this was the biggest duplication glitch Hypixel has ever seen. By simply placing a backpack on your head and taking it off in a specific way, you could dupe the entire contents of the backpack. While this glitch only lasted minutes before admins put a stop to it, the damage had already been done. People were able to dupe backpacks full of summoning eyes, superior dragon armor, and even 50 million Midas swords. The economy crashed faster than a Mario Kart player on Rainbow Road. Summoning eyes reached an all-time low since so many were thrown into the economy. Eyes were being sold for under 500,000 coins. This was game-breaking. Tons of players actually had their accounts rolled back by the server owners because of the severe impact this dupe had. Duplication glitches are nothing to joke about. Don't use them. I repeat, do not use any duplication glitch or exploit. Or else Minicloon himself will show up in your room in the middle of the night and whack you with a fish. This next exploit was with a certain bow in Skyblock. The Scorpion Bow is a special bow that when first released could deal tens of millions of damage almost instantly to any mob that it was shot at. The Scorpion Bow has a unique ability where the arrow would leave a poison-like effect that ticks once a second for 7 seconds. This damage was multiplied by your strength modifier, meaning the higher strength you had, the stronger this bow was. The problem is, one of the developers must have messed up the mathematical equation for how this damage was calculated, because the damage seemed to grow exponentially the more strength you had. People were going into dragon fights and dealing 20 million damage in 2 seconds. Dragons don't even have that much health, man, like, come on. How is that fair? I actually bought a Scorpion Bow around this time because it seemed powerful, and powerful it was. This bow got nerfed within a few hours of it being discovered, and the damage was much, much weaker. Most people sold their Scorpion Bow, but I held on to mine. I was able to deal upwards of 100,000 damage every shot to dragons while wearing Wise Dragon armor, so I didn't run out of mana. Keep in mind, this is before Tarantula and Tuxedo armor were even out yet, meaning I used to be one of the best dragon fighters in all of Skyblock. Good times, good times. Nowadays, it's cluttered with auto-clickers, shredder stackers, and all kinds of glitch abusers. Anything to get an advantage. Ugh. This next bug was by far the shortest living glitch in Hypixel Skyblock. Before special Zealots ever existed, each Zealot had a 1 in 420 chance of individually carrying a summoning eye. You could determine which ones had one and which ones didn't, because the special ones had twice the defense of regulars. Pearl spamming had just started gaining traction since doing it could make a lot of money. An anonymous player discovered that by spamming pearls, you were able to spawn dozens of Zealots at a time, and these Zealots actually had the chance to drop a summoning eye. Players were getting eyes constantly, and as quick as this was discovered, it was patched within minutes. Like, who codes that fast? Major props to the developer team for keeping such a close eye on this game during updates. Lucky for them, this barely changed anything at all, since probably less than 100 players ever got the opportunity to abuse these few moments where grinding Zealots was actually fun. The last glitch we will look at today is a dupe exploit so severe and so recent, we are still recovering from the damage it has caused. Just a few days before this video was released, wardrobes were released into Skyblock. This feature allowed players to swap armor sets instantly, and without taking up any inventory space. This was being tested on the Hypixel Alpha server for almost 2 weeks, since the admins predicted we would find a glitch. However, they weren't ready for what was about to happen next. Just minutes after the update went live, players were able to dupe entire armor sets, along with any item that was able to be worn as a head. This consisted of dragon fragments, pets, and much more. At the same time, another backpack duplication glitch was found, and players started duping hundreds of billions, that's right, billions of coins. This glitch was so severe that the admins had no choice but to disable backpacks and the wardrobe completely so no one could use them. Some small glitches are still being fixed with this one, so there isn't too much else to say. And we're all hoping it stops here. Will it? Well, we just have to be patient. That just about covers it for glitches in Skyblock. If you enjoyed this video, drop a sub for me. This took a lot of effort to create. Leave a like while you're at it. It helps the channel out a lot. The world is a tough place, especially right now, so stay safe and take care.